If you've got a CASIO Classwiz Calculator, then you can use that to solve quadratic equations, cubic equations, and simultaneous equations, and I'm going to show you how to do that in this video. So you're going to need one of these calculators. Turn it on, and we're going to go menu, and you can either go down on the arrow keys and across to this function here, or you can simply press A. So you press that button there and it takes you straight to it, and you get two options. Number one says simultaneous equation, and number two says polynomial. So these are the polynomials and these are your simultaneous equations. So what we'll do is we'll do an example of how to solve simultaneous equations. So we're going to press 1 on our calculator, and then it says how many unknowns are there? Well, if you're doing a question that looks a bit like this, there's two things that we don't know. We don't know x, we don't know y. So I'm going to say 2, and then it gives me a layout to fill out, and it looks very similar to this, or rather to this one here, but we need to write in what our numbers are going to be. Okay. Also, they've got x and y in the calculator. If you're doing a question and it had your two variables were like capital A and capital B or something, you're just going to have to imagine that one of them was x and one of them was y. So I've got on my calculator something that looks like this. I'm going to fill it out. So I'm going to put 3, then equals, then I'm going to do this one here 2, and then equals, and then I'm going to put 16, and then I'm going to press equals, and it's filling out the on the calculator. So I'll keep doing that, put in 4, and I'm going to put in, so here we've got -1, I'm going to put in there for that, to get that. Minus is here, -1, press equals, and then the last number there, 3. And then you just simply press equals again, and it tells you the answer. So it says x is 2, and y is 5. Sorted. Nothing I have to do other than type it in the calculator, and you're allowed this calculator in your exam. It does it numerically, it can't do it algebraically, so that's the catch. Right, quadratic equations, let's have a go at these ones here. Okay, so a quadratic equation has to be written in this form, so it has to be 0 equals a number of x squareds, a number of x's, and then a constant at the end. Okay, so what we're going to do is on our calculator is we're going to go press on, turn it on, we're going to press menu, we're going to press A, and now we've got a polynomial, so we're going to press number 2 for the polynomial option. And the degree, so the degree is the highest power of x. So for this one here, the degree is 2. For a cubic, the degree would be 3. So I'm going to press 2 for this one. And I get something on my calculator for me to fill out. So I need to write how many x squareds I've got. So I've got 2, press equals. How many x's? I've got -4, so I'm going to have to press -4 equals. And then my constant on the end is -3, so I'm going to have to type in here -3, and then press equals one more time, and it tells you your answer. So have I done this right? Let me check. Did I type it in right? 2x squared -4x -3, yep. So I get one of my answers is 2 plus or minus. So we've got one that's plus, one that's minus. Also, with the quadratic equations, it'll tell you the minimum points. This tells you the turning point. So this has an x coordinate of 1 and a y coordinate of -5. That's the turning point. Something else the calculator can do for you. Let's try a different one. Let's do a cubic. So I'm going to press AC, start a new one, and I'm going to refill out my, oh no, well I'm going to have to go back to the start again. So turn it on, menu, equation, polynomial. This time we want 3. We've got an order of 3, so press 3. And now we can type in something that looks like this. We can change our A, B, C, D. Okay, so here I've got 2 equals, and then -1 equals, then we've got -13, so minus 13, and then equals, and then minus 6. So minus 6. Press equals one more time, and it gives me my x value. So I've got an x value here of 3. I've got another x value of minus a half, and another one of minus 2. So just remember, for your cubic equations, you can have up to 3 different answers, and the calculator will give you all of them. Same is true for quadratic. You can have 2 answers. So here I've got when it's plus root 10 and when it's minus root 10. Okay, obviously you can make that a decimal if you want to. And your calculator can do up to order 4, so you can have a quartic equation. Likewise, with simultaneous equations, you could have up to 4 unknowns. So your calculator is really smart, can do some pretty cool stuff. This one though is super useful, especially for GCSE, and actually this one as well, to be fair.